Good evening and welcome to B-Side. I'm your host, Rachael Pazdan. Continuity is one thing that can be hard to find in New York's music scene. Bands change members, rewrite band names like it's an iOS update, and all too frequently succumb to the lure of a more conventional career. Tonight on B-Side, we bring you Monogold, a band with staying power that often eludes the best musical lineups of our borough. Their discography presents a wide range of feels and textures, but are united in their common ability to rock your face off. Stick around for an hour of music and convo on tonight's B-Side. Fantastic.
Thanks.
Well done.
Thank you.
Do you guys want to start by introducing yourselves, members of the band?
Sure. This is Michael Andrew Filotico on bass, Jared William Apuzzo on the drums, and Nicholas Saucier Dubé on the guitar.
Merci.
I'm Keith.
That's Keith
Thomas
Thomas.
Kelly.
Keith Thomas Kelly.
Keith Thomas Kelly.
And how did you guys all get together, and what's the kind of genesis of Monogold?
Jared and I met at SUNY Purchase.
Likewise,
Likewise, alumni from
Fellow
SUNY
alum.
Purchase.
Yes.
He was in the music department. I was wasting all my money on a painting degree. Not really.
And so you guys started playing together in college.
Yes.
And then how did the other two come along, Michael and Nicola?
Well, Keith and I worked together at Galapagos Art Space.
Oh.
I mopped the floors there and bar backed.
When it was in Dumbo?
No, the first one in Williamsburg.
Oh,
Yeah, on North
okay.
6th, back in like 2006.
Yeah.
And Keith was bartender, and he was in this really cool band that I liked. And then they eventually kicked out two of the people in the band, and then I got to be the bassist.
Oh.
And then, strangely enough, actually, Nick, when it became Public Assembly, that's when Nick started working there, and that's where we met Nick.
Wow,
Yeah.
fantastic. And so Monogold has existed with that proper name since SUNY Purchase?
No. It was a culmination of different names and different people and different dramas. But yeah, since Mike really hasn't been Monogold properly.
Okay.
With I guess our first real record, which was The Softest Glow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did the name come from?
There was this artist in like the late 50s, early 60s named Yves Klein, and he kind of is the person responsible for photo montage in
Okay.
sort of a real sneaky way. He did it and didn't tell anybody, but he hated his clients and he hated the bourgeoisie. So he said, "Give me all of your gold jewelry, I'll melt it into tempera, I'll paint you a gold painting with it." But instead, he kept all that jewelry, fled the country, and sold them gold leaf paintings called monogolds. So he's just a thief. But it was an amazing thief, talented thief.
Inspirational thief.
Yes, so we thefted it from his inspiration and stole it back from him.
Fantastic.
That's the name, yeah.
Great. No relation to Santo Gold.
No, I mean, yeah, not that I know of, I don't know.
Wonder if that's comes from that same story at all.
Could
That'd
be.
Funny. And you guys are all New Yorkers, correct?
Yep.
What boroughs?
I was born in Brooklyn, raised in Staten Island.
Okay.
No.
I was born in Queens.
Queens.
I was actually born in Maine, so
Oh,
I moved here
shoot.
about 10 years
He's the
ago.
new guy. He's the
New guy.
New guy.
That's
Yeah,
all
man.
right. Jared,
I'm
where are you from?
Westchester,
Okay.
so I'm like halfway.
Okay.
Weren't you born in Manhattan, though? Did I make that up?
New Rochelle, actually.
I think I made that up to add to the...
I thought you were born in the Bronx.
I was born in the Bronx, and in Staten Island,
Okay, cool.
and in Westchester.
He was born in all 5 boroughs. Yeah.
It was a difficult labor.
Yeah.
Wow. Damn. And Keith, are you primarily writing, or who's mostly writing the records and new songs? Is it a group effort?
Yeah, it kind of comes from all over the place. A lot of times, I'll just have very, very simple structures, and it'll get dismantled 20 different ways. And a lot of times, for what I have, it'll change completely. I had something that I brought in yesterday that was completely different once Mike and Jared started playing on it. So yeah, it's kind of like I'll go shopping for the ingredients, but we'll all cook it together, I guess.
Cool. Aw, that's sweet.
You know,
Cute analogy.
I love
Cute
being in the kitchen with you
analogy.
guys.
Can we roll into the next one? What do you
Yeah.
got?
Yeah.
Right now?
Yeah, sure, please.
Oh, Earth.
Ready?
My heart could culminate the sound of a
So good. What inspired that song? How old is that song? Is that a new one?
Very new. I think that's probably...
Babyfood?
No,
No,
it's
newer.
newer than that. We're
Oh,
writing
wow.
another record again.
Great.
Yep, yet again, another record. Yeah, so this is all unreleased stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
The first one was from Babyfood,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
first one.
Feelers, which actually we're animating a music video for right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Are you guys doing the art yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And are you still practicing art? I mean, are you painting still and all of that?
Yeah, I'm still doing paintings. Mike has been doing zines and illustrations, and he did record cover for a couple bands. Yeah, we're still active in the
In the
fine arts
visual.
world.
Yeah. Great. And are you guys touring every time you're making a new record? Is that usually the cycle? Because you guys have been kind of coming out with a record almost, or EP
Yeah,
every year
it's been
for
like
a while.
a record a
Yeah.
year
Yeah.
almost. And yeah, I think in February, late February, we'll probably go down south. It's all excuse just to get to New Orleans, I think.
Is that where you guys like to go? That's your favorite city?
Yeah.
I'd say so,
Besides
yeah.
Brooklyn.
Yeah, besides New York, it's definitely second favorite city.
Would you live there? Would you guys relocate?
It's too hot for me, but I think that these guys could probably do
I
it.
could deal with
I
that.
could do it.
No.
Yeah.
Could definitely deal with that.
Too Irish
Especially
for
when
that.
it comes, like January, February time here.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Maybe.
That's why February is a perfect time to get out of here for that.
Yeah. Yeah. Good strategic tour time.
We know what we're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to go there in August, though. Any place that you could see, like, the heat moving,
Right.
it's just not for me.
Right. What other cities do you guys like to tour in?
I like Chicago.
Chicago's
cool.
pretty fun, yeah. I want to go back to Cincinnati. We played a really good show in Cincinnati one time. Was it 20th Century Theater, 21st Century Theater?
Yeah, it's cool.
We went on tour with Chapo.
Okay.
It was like a room full of people who had no idea who we were, and they were dancing more than any crowd we've ever had in New York. So
Really?
yeah. So I definitely want to go back to Cincinnati at some point.
Midwest.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any other cities where you guys have just found like an incredible music community outside of New York when you've toured besides that one?
On our last tour, actually, one of the shows got canceled. We were in Detroit, and I think Mike and Jared jumped on Facebook, and these kids, I don't know, they must have been like right out of high school. Like they were having a house party in Chicago, and I think it was in Chicago. It was like right on the outskirts.
Yeah, it was Chicago.
But yeah, they were just like absolutely like come play at our house and play with these bands, and I mean it still exists, and it's awesome when you see it, especially like at that young age when people are like still dismantling their house and throwing shows in it. So that was really cool, and we still keep in touch with a lot of them. A lot of those come down to like basement parties and stuff and house parties. That's when you actually see what's really going on.
Yeah.
I liked Valley of the Vapors. Where was that?
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Hot Springs.
Hot Springs, yeah.
Hot Springs, Arkansas, yeah.
That
Those
was, a
people
pretty,
rocked out.
that was a pretty weird little town.
Yeah.
Rural
Yeah.
colleges seem to do pretty well too.
Oh, yeah,
those
St.
kids have
Lawrence.
nothing else to do.
Oh, yeah.
and they're
Yeah,
really
we
stoked.
just played St. Lawrence. Those kids went bananas.
Oh wow,
It
crazy.
was great. Yeah.
How about West Coast? Kind of
West Coast is
avoiding
where we're trying to get out to next.
LA.
LA is like that's where our label is that just put out our record.
Wow.
in LA,
Okay.
so that's it would just make sense that we go out there. But yeah, it's a bit of a hike.
It's
So.
definitely a hike, especially if you guys are in a van. I mean, if you're already
Yeah.
going all the way to Louisiana,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Yeah.
few hours, I guess, more.
Yeah,
The
we
drive isn't the problem. It's getting the drive organized. That's really the, getting
the
all the shows
self-tour
on the way there.
managing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've self-tour managed and had other people do it for us. It's still all like a crapshoot. There's so many variables. When you get
Yeah.
out there that are unforeseen.
Do you guys have any team at all, or have you been your own team this whole time in terms of like management, or besides label? You guys have a label.
Pretty much had every piece of the puzzle at one point or another, but never really working at the exact same time where it was like that made the full push. Like we've worked with booking agents, we've had managers. Unfortunately, somehow or other, in the end, it just winds up not working. I mean, I can go down the list of reasons why. But I mean, you work in the industry, you know how it can go with people.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
humans are humans and things happen. So, yeah, unfortunately, so right now we don't really have. Do we have anything right now? We don't.
We got a label.
Label.
We have a label, yeah.
Label's
yeah.
pretty important. And
Yeah, someone paying for vinyl is kind of massive. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Vinyl. Yeah.
yeah.
I love
best.
that. I love that vinyl. And our last EP was on cassette, and then this one is on vinyl. And I love that that's happening now. Like,
And then it will
everyone's
go
just-
back to CD.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the tape. I like the tape coming back too, and because you could just throw it around.
Yeah.
Totally.
Like, you can never really do with a CD. And I was trying to explain to my little cousin what a record was. Like, she was like 9. She was like, I don't get it. It's just a big, like, black round CD. I'm like, I guess. I guess that's kind of what
A
it
little trickier to operate.
is. Yeah.
But
But yeah, I love that people are embracing that we all like to hold things.
yeah.
And like, you know, we're like tactile creatures, so it's like we want to grab stuff and put it on a shelf. And
Yeah.
you can't really do that with like
Relics.
stuff in the clouds, you know,
Uh-huh.
whatever that means.
Well, can we go into our next song here? Or two
Sure.
songs?
Yeah,
Which one
this
is
is
Naked and
Naked.
Thin.
This is
Oh,
from.
this is off of Babyfood.
Yeah, this is on Babyfood. There's a video for this one too on the old YouTube.
you.
We got twofer in that one, right?
Yeah,
Double.
two.
Double up.
Double it up.
New one into a newer one.
Wow. So much newness. It's overwhelming. Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about how you guys have been putting out music, like basically an album or an EP a year, right? For 10 years. I mean, that's kind of been the rhythm. Like,
Not quite that long. I think
Yeah.
it's in like the
Since,
last.
7 years.
Okay.
Well, yeah. We put one out in 2010, and then the next one was 2013.
But then
Okay.
we've been going since then.
And then 13 to now, every year.
And
Yeah.
did you guys kind of take a break during that time, or?
Touring and lots of stuff.
Mixing what we thought was going to be a full-length record, and then it turned out to, by the time we finished it, we're like, oh, we only like 6 of these songs.
Oh,
So that's what became This Bloom. It was supposed to be a full length.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. And I feel like you guys, your sound has changed and evolved throughout the years. I was just listening through today, and I noticed that you guys, like 1 or 2 albums ago, put more of a mellow record out that was like more acoustic and.
Yeah, that was inspired by, we got asked by Nylon to do like a whole acoustic set,
Okay.
which we've never done. And instead of like taking the songs that were already done and melding them into something different, we're like, let's just write a whole new record like that for
It's a
that
platform,
because we know
yeah.
so many musicians that do so many cool things. Like one of our friends, Elena, plays like a full scale harp. You know, she's just like hanging out. Like, well, let's do that. Like, you play, you know, the saxophone, and you play the piano, and you do this and you do that. So it was just like, why aren't we? We're all friends. Why don't we just make a record that involves all of those instruments?
Totally.
It's cool.
And did you feel like that process and like exercise kind of informed how you were writing the next record after that, or do you feel like you want to go back to that?
I don't want to go back to that.
No.
Not for now.
I think it definitely lent itself to the more stripped down kind of stuff.
Okay.
Not so heavily loop based, and you know, I feel like Keith used to have a couple songs where it was like a lot of clicking and looping live guitars and stuff, and definitely brought it down. And that's eventually what brought us to bringing on a second guitar player, was because all the stuff became so guitar oriented, instead of either not necessarily synths, but like organs or loops, which became more guitar parts.
More of like a rock band.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, for the moment.
Yeah. And how is that exercise in like working with different members of your community and like bringing in a harp player? Did you feel like that helped you like become more connected to your music community in Brooklyn? It seems like you don't want to return to that process.
Oh, it was just, yeah, it was hard. It was like, it was weird to do the most stripped down basic thing. Was actually really hard. Because like, you don't rely on all your trickery of like, effects and loops and pedals and stuff. It's just like pure songs. And then like having people add to that and like with organic instruments, like flutes and stuff like that. It was like, it was weird. It was like very simplistically complicated, but in a very gratifying way.
Yeah. Also, sometimes getting 3 people to rehearsal is kind of difficult.
Right.
All of a sudden it went to 7.
Right.
To try to rehearse for the 2 shows that we played with that full setup.
You imagine like Afrobeat bands.
I can't even imagine.
Like 11 people in a
Jeez.
band.
Yeah, we just played a college last week, and there was like an Afrobeat band. And then, what was that, like 45 people in that band?
At least. Yeah.
Jeez.
There was like 9 of them. Yeah, it was pretty strange.
It was a lot.
That's
I had a really
coordinating.
big bass cabinet though. That was fun to play out of. He let me borrow it,
That's pretty good.
somewhat reluctantly, but
I'm like, I hope you guys get along.
You guys want to go into the next one
Sure.
for us here?
it's chartreuse. Kelly, it's all you, baby.
pick your vocals out of anywhere.
Thank you.
so good.
I think. Thanks.
Yeah, so Nicholas,
Yo.
the quiet one over there. I'm gonna pick on you first.
All right.
So what were you so you're the newest member to join Monogold?
Correct.
And what have you been doing before Monogold? Like playing in bands or
Yeah, I
your
was
own projects?
working with. Haven't played with a group in a few years since I moved to New York, so kind of looking forward. And Keith and I have been really good friends. Well, I've been friends with all of them for a while, and they asked me, and I was really stoked, so jumped on board.
Cool.
Yeah.
And do you guys generally like all have different influences, or are you guys all kind of the same music fans of things, or are there any bands that Keith likes that Jared you just are like, why? How can you listen to this? The disparities.
Sometimes
between-
in the tour van, they listen to things that I don't know how they listen to. And like I love Primus, and I don't think any of them do. Maybe Nick does.
I like
Nah,
Primus.
Keith does not like classic rock radio.
Yeah.
I don't consider Primus classic rock.
No, I know, but I'm just saying our differences.
No.
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of things that we like, and a lot of things that I think we get also like on the tour we'll give each other like, all right, you can get one album of whatever that thing is that we don't necessarily
An
like,
album.
but you know, you're taking 8-hour drives, there's compromises to be made.
And it's,
Yeah.
it's really all over the place. We'll be like listening to the Sundays, which is like, she has like such a like pixie-ish, like beautiful like voice. And then it's Converge.
What's like the compromise album? What's everybody's like, oh God, I know he's gonna play this. Let's let him just play this. Get
Oh,
him
what-
out of his system.
Oh, you mean
Well, I
like-
think we'd all have different ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think maybe me would be like Guided by Voices or something like that. They're not really big fans.
No, I mean,
Make them sit through a doom
They're
metal
watching
song at
this
some
right now.
point.
Are you guys ever listening to hip hop or R&B or something?
Yeah,
that's just like
definitely.
totally
I
different.
like old hip hop. I don't know what's going on anymore with that stuff.
I'm still listening to the new Tribe record like it just came out, so
Yeah, but see, that's new old stuff.
yeah, that's true.
The good stuff.
Right.
About any like Michael Prince, any of the classics.
I guess we'll probably hit a couple tracks here
You
and
know
there.
some
Michael
Jackson
Prince
5
or
bass
Michael?
lines?
I do.
Prince.
It's the best bass.
Prince or Michael? You guys go Prince?
Oh, was that the
that
question? Prince
well,
or Michael?
No, we're just
That's tough.
talking.
I think I
about
would go Michael.
I get it. I think I go Prince.
You're a guitar player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Michael.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Depends on the mood.
Really? You're that up the
I can
middle?
go either way.
Smart
I mean,
answer.
they're
Okay.
two equally amazing.
Well, let's make a mood. Let's think about the mood.
What do you guys think about the Prince, embody the Prince mood and play the next song?
All right, release the doves.
Wait, what
What are we doing? One at a time. Oh yeah, this one. This I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen right now.
From the middle of your eye, you're the mountain now climb. More than the tide. Find the mountain where the clear. Find the mountain where the man. You're tonight. Blaspheme. Blaspheme. You're the reason I'm alive. More the tide. Complicated never. Found the monorail again. You're tonight. You're tonight. Blasting. Blasting.
I love that one.
Thanks. That was like
So 80s or something. It's like
Cool, I'll take that.
80s to me.
cool.
I love 80s.
That's a new,
Very new.
new
Newest.
Newest.
Gosh, just so much newness,
Yeah.
guys.
It's like a month old, I think.
We got Restless Brains.
That's all right. Speaking of newness, so what's on the horizon? You guys are hitting the road in February, retreating to the south.
Yep. Going south.
As far down as we can go.
Yeah. Probably skipping South by.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys been going to South by?
Yeah, we went for 6 times or something like that.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Been
Done?
increasingly
crazy.
unimpressed.
Yeah. I always feel so bad for bands.
Yeah.
Me too.
They're just playing, they're so tired and they're playing so much and they're not getting paid.
Yeah, the logistics of it is
Yeah.
kind of wonky too. It's like, we all know what this is. It's a lot of bands. And so it's like the logistics of it just don't really make sense. Like, yeah, you can't drive your van to like within like a mile of where your venue is. Like, oh,
Oh, really?
all right.
jeez.
I guess we're carrying everything.
What's up for after, next year? Do you guys have any plans and recording and all of that?
Yeah, we might go up to his lake house in Maine, record the new record.
Very nice.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hopefully, new EP. We're playing all of it tonight.
Awesome.
Yeah,
You
we pretty
heard
much
it
did.
here first.
Great. Good. And then when would that come out? I mean, are you guys going to just kind of continue on this kick of like
Yeah.
Yeah.
record,
We kind of
put
have
out a
no
record,
choice.
tour? Yeah.
I mean, we keep on writing. We're just gonna sit on 15 songs. It wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah,
So-
it's always one of those things where it's like the newest thing is the best thing, which I guess is, it's exhausting, but it's awesome because it's something to always look forward to, and you kind of like keep striving towards something new that's better than what you did last, which
Yeah.
I think it's good evolution. It's good for change,
Yeah. And do you feel like Brooklyn's kind of like indie music rock landscape is conducive to that right now, or do you feel like it's changed since you started putting out music?
I mean, there's still a lot of bands. There's still a lot of people to be inspired by. But I mean, in terms of being an artist, no.
Yeah.
New York is not conducive to being an artist anymore. Like living in Williamsburg was, you live there because it was cheap, and that's why it became what it was, which is not what it is anymore, like by a long shot.
Yeah. What are
So-
some of your favorite neighborhoods that like you feel like a more kind of organic like underground scene is forming again?
Well, we just went to Elsewhere the other night for the first time.
Yeah.
Have you been yet?
No, I saw it before it opened, but I haven't been there for a show yet.
It's amazing. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's
We were
awesome.
hanging out with Rami. It was really fun.
Yeah, he's got the right idea.
Yeah.
Those are the the Glasslands guys. So it's like they're coming with that like sense of community that kind of got bulldozed with condominiums. So community versus condos, I guess is.
So you feel like it's really like thriving in Bushwick now, especially with the.
It is, and I think there's like everyone's kind of open, like genres. Like no one's genre specific, where it's like there's the group of these kids and then there's the group of everyone kind of melds in and out. Like you'll see a lot of shows, even like the shows that you do. There's just like it's really eclectic and exciting, and I think people have like a lot more musically a much more open mind for like what they like. It's so broad, which is cool. I think it's exciting because you can have a bill with a lot of different, like multiple genres, and everyone's stoked.
Yeah.
Those
Reminds
are
me of, like growing up, you'd go see like Converge and Saves the Day, like the same bill.
Right.
Really?
Yeah.
Totally.
One
It's just
hardcore
more
band, like,
interesting
yeah.
that way,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
I mean, it's not the same
Yeah.
monotone kind of sound throughout for hours.
Yeah. 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 It's weird because it's like if you look at like pictures of yourself, obviously you dress different and you change, and like that's and you listen to different things as you progress as a human. So it's like, of course, that's what we do. So it's like when people like stick to the thing, like it just doesn't make any sense. It's like,
Yeah. What venues do you feel like? So Elsewhere, obviously a new venue that Popgun just opened in Bushwick off the Jefferson stop. I mean, I feel like,
Elsewhere?
yeah,
That's Morgan.
Morgan.
No.
Like, it's actually Montrose.
Jefferson.
It's Jefferson.
Oh, what's the one on Johnson?
Oh, you thinking of what was it, Alphaville?
No.
Alphaville.
Sorry.
Place-
Alphaville, Sunnyvale.
That's,
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I really like Trans Pecos, and I feel like
Yeah.
Trans Pecos is a really special space, and Secret Project Robot, and
Yeah.
those spaces feel very communal to me.
It's cool that they reopened.
And those are like really far out, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
So that's kind of the middle space right now is probably between the like Jefferson
Right.
L and Halsey L. And then things will probably
Yeah.
change again in the next year or so.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. I live like next to Pratt. I've come full circle now. I'm like back at art school. And I'm seeing it over there now. I'm starting to see like all these like loft shows popping up, and it's cool because like everybody went that way. No one realized they could just go that way,
Right.
like straight down Kent. It's like, so yeah, it's popping up all over the place. It's cool. It seems like people know where the line is to like authentic stuff. and
Yeah.
what isn't.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, and I think also a few neighborhoods that are really missing like this scene are neighborhoods that aren't just in like North Brooklyn, like Crown Heights and Bed-Stuy, and even
Yeah.
Ditmas. You know, there's like a huge artist community hanging out in Ditmas. And I'm wondering why things are just like
Cool.
floating up here and nothing's trickling back down into Brooklyn yet. But
Yeah.
maybe that'll happen.
Yeah, well,
eventually.
People are afraid of the commute.
I guess so.
We're playing at a theater. I guess it's like a new, old theater.
Murmur?
Murmur.
Yeah.
I'm really excited.
Have you
for
been?
that. I've never
I
been.
have. I have a show coming up there
Oh,
in
nice.
March. Nick
I'm stoked on
Hakim
that.
and Adrian from Big Thief.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so wait, you haven't been there, you said?
I've been there.
Oh, cool.
Another venue I've been to but haven't seen a live show yet. When are you guys
oh,
playing
nice.
that show?
December 2nd.
Promote it.
With Teen Commandments and Salt Cathedral.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah, it should be cool. It looks amazing.
It's a synagogue, I believe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. Apparently it sounds very good.
Sweet.
Cool.
Do you guys want to go into the next song
Sure.
here?
You in Love Freaks?
Oh yeah, this is like this is another new one.
So good. Okay, well, that will just about do it for tonight's B-side, but before we go, I'd just like to give a huge thanks to Monogold for doing what they do here tonight and for keeping the party going all of these years. And thanks to all of you for tuning in. To watch this and all past episodes of B-side, head over to youtube.com/BRIC TV and check out the podcast version on soundcloud.com/B-side podcast. I'm Rachael Pazdan, and it's been a pleasure rocking out with you this evening. Until next time, good night.